Good evening. Good evening. Tonight, I can report to the American people and to the world that the United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama Bin Laden, the leader of Al-Qaeda.
Osama Bin Laden.
Osama Bin Laden.
Osama Bin Laden has been killed.
America's #1 public enemy was dead, killed along with his bodyguards and son. In his not-so-safe house in a nondescript suburb in Abbottabad, Pakistan, where he'd been hiding in plain sight for years.
Exactly 13 years ago, on the night of May 2, 2011, at around 1 a.m., American soldiers infiltrated a house in Abbottabad, Pakistan, and eliminated the world's most dangerous terrorist, Osama bin Laden. Here's what happened. Osama bin Laden had orchestrated 3 deadly attacks on the United States between 1993 and 2001. The first was the 1993 World Trade Center attack, followed by the 1998 U.S. Embassy bombings, and the most devastating of all, the 9/11 attacks in 2001. In the 1993 bombing, 6 people lost their lives, and thousands were injured. The 1998 U.S. Embassy attacks claimed 224 lives, leaving around 4,500 people injured. The 9/11 attacks in 2001, considered the deadliest attack in American history, resulted in 3,000 deaths and thousands of injuries. After causing such massive destruction and founding the ruthless terrorist organization Al-Qaeda, Osama bin Laden became America's most wanted criminal and its biggest enemy. Then on the night of May 2, 2011, U.S. forces finally tracked him down and took him out in his own home in Pakistan, marking the end of a long manhunt for the world's most notorious terrorist. It all began 13 years ago, on the night of May 1, 2011, at around 10:30 p.m. At the U.S. base in Jalalabad, 4 helicopters were ready for takeoff for a high-stakes mission. These included 2 Chinook helicopters and 2 Blackhawks. The plan was simple. The 2 Blackhawks would fly directly to Abbottabad, Pakistan, while the 2 Chinooks would remain on standby as backup. Late at night, the 2 Blackhawk helicopters took off, heading toward Pakistan. Many people wonder how 2 American helicopters could fly deep into Pakistani airspace without detection. Why didn't Pakistan's radars pick them up? The answer is simple: stealth technology. These Blackhawks were specially designed to be undetectable by radar and sound detection systems. Their exterior was coated with a heavy fabric that reduced radar and infrared visibility, making them almost invisible to Pakistan's defense systems. By 1 a.m., both helicopters reached Osama bin Laden's compound in Abbottabad. Before the Navy SEAL commandos could land and execute the raid, it was crucial to understand the structure of Osama bin Laden's hideout. The triangular-shaped compound in Abbottabad, Pakistan, was where Osama bin Laden had been hiding. This was the target of the operation. Osama bin Laden lived on the top floor of this building. At the front, there was a pathway leading to the main entrance of the house. On the left side, there was an empty compound, which was only used for burning trash. Further ahead, there was another gate, and the open area near it was used as a parking space. The building visible at the front was the guest house. To reach Osama bin Laden, one had to pass through either of the 2 gates or go through the guest house. There was another gate, but it remained locked at all times. The balcony walls and boundary walls were very high, making the compound look suspicious. On the right side of the compound, they grew fruits and vegetables, with some empty land nearby. There was a path through the guest house that led further inside. Moving ahead, there was a shelter-like structure, and a bit further was the entrance to the main house. The main building was a 3-story structure: ground floor, first floor, second floor, where Osama bin Laden lived. This compound was carefully designed to provide security and isolation, making it difficult for outsiders to approach or observe activities inside. Back to action. The 2 Blackhawk helicopters you see here were named Chalk 1 and Chalk 2. Chalk 2's mission. First, Chalk 2 hovered near Osama bin Laden's main gate. This was because it had to deploy 4 Navy SEALs, a combat assault dog named Cairo, and its handler. After dropping off some personnel, Chalk 2 then deployed more SEALs onto the roof of Osama bin Laden's room. Once its task was complete, Chalk 2 moved back to its initial position and hovered. Chalk 1 carried 12 SEALs, ready to storm Osama's compound. The plan was to land in the lawn area in front of the main building. As soon as Chalk 1 reached its designated position and started hovering, an unexpected disaster struck. Chalk 1 fell victim to air vortex flow, a rare aerodynamic phenomenon. In simple terms, the airflow around the helicopter became unstable, causing it to lose balance uncontrollably. Despite being piloted by some of the best helicopter pilots in the world, Chalk 1 became completely unbalanced. It veered off course, crashed into the left side compound, and hit the ground. First, the nose of the helicopter slammed into the ground, and then the tail struck the wall and broke off. This was a completely unexpected and critical moment in the mission. The best part of this unexpected crash situation was that all 12 SEAL commandos landed safely. After safely exiting the helicopter, the SEALs approached the compound's wall. They encountered a gate, which they breached using explosives. Moving forward, they found another gate, which they also breached with an explosive blast. After crossing the parking area, they approached the guest house. As the SEAL team reached the guest house gate, they heard noises from inside. The moment they were about to enter, a barrage of AK-47 bullets was fired at them. The shooter was Abu Ahmed al-Kuwaiti, Osama bin Laden's trusted courier and right-hand man. Inside the guest house there were 4 people. 2 children, covered with a cloth sack, Abu Ahmed's wife, Abu Ahmed himself. In response to the gunfire, the SEALs counterattacked, hitting and killing Abu Ahmed. As soon as Abu Ahmed was shot, his wife ran outside screaming, "He's dead! You killed him!" Her intention was likely to stop the SEALs from firing further, as she wanted to protect the children inside. The SEALs had no idea that children were in the house, so they detained Abu Ahmed's wife and continued the operation. Now, the SEALs had to be extra cautious, as there could be children inside the main house as well. After securing the guest house, some SEALs moved toward the main building, while others opened an internal gate. This allowed the remaining SEALs to enter and secure the entire area. With the guest house secured, the next phase of the operation began, storming the main house where Osama bin Laden was hiding. Finally, all the SEALs moved toward the main building to eliminate Osama bin Laden. As soon as they entered the ground floor, they encountered a man named Abrar. Let's understand who was present on the ground floor. Abrar himself, Abrar's wife, some children. Abrar was the younger brother of Abu Ahmed, the man the SEAL team had just eliminated in the guest house. The moment the SEALs started firing at Abrar, his wife jumped in front of him. She was hit by all the initial bullets and was killed instantly. It's important to note that the SEAL team had strict orders during Operation Neptune Spear to avoid harming innocent women or children. However, in this case, Abrar's wife jumped into the line of fire, and the SEALs had no choice. After she was down, the SEALs shot Abrar as well, killing him on the spot. With Abrar eliminated, the SEALs continued moving upstairs, closing in on their final target. As the SEALs advanced toward the first floor, they encountered Osama bin Laden's son, Khalid. The way Khalid was taken down is both interesting and tactical. Before attacking the guest house, the SEALs had cut off all power to the compound, plunging the entire area into darkness. This was not an issue for the SEALs since they were equipped with night vision goggles. However, the residents of the compound were left completely blind, making it difficult for them to navigate or take any action. And each SEAL had mini cameras attached to their gear. These cameras streamed the entire mission live to the White House, where President Barack Obama and his team were watching everything unfold like a real-time movie. Since all lights were out, Khalid could see nothing in the pitch-dark environment. Panicked, he ran upstairs to the second floor and hid behind a wall. The SEALs lined up strategically, preparing for engagement. Fortunately, one SEAL knew Arabic and used it to his advantage. He whispered in an Arabic accent, calling out, "Khalid! Khalid!" And then Khalid, out of instinct, peeked out to see who was calling him. And that's when the SEALs immediately took him down. As per official records, there were no women on the first floor, but several children were present. The SEALs secured the children to ensure their safety. With that done, they proceeded to the second floor, where Osama bin Laden himself was waiting. Anyway, the moment had finally arrived, the one you had been eagerly waiting for, and even more so, the Americans. As soon as the SEAL team reached the second floor, they saw Osama bin Laden trying to hide behind his 2 wives, even pushing them towards the SEALs. His wives were pleading with the SEALs not to shoot, but in a snap moment, the SEALs took their chance and fired a headshot, hitting Osama with 2 bullets in the head. As soon as the bullets struck him, Osama bin Laden collapsed lifelessly on the floor. Seeing him in this state, his wives clung to his dead body in grief. Moving forward, the SEAL team wanted to confirm that this was indeed Osama bin Laden. After all, such a notorious terrorist could have planted a look-alike. To verify, they pushed his wives aside, intimidating and questioning them, asking if this was truly Osama bin Laden. However, despite multiple attempts, both wives remained silent. Then, the SEALs noticed a 12-year-old girl passing by. They grabbed her and took her into a separate room for questioning. At that moment, one of Osama's wives panicked and started screaming loudly. During the interrogation, the girl finally spoke and confirmed, "Yes, this is Osama." Seeing this, his terrified wife also broke down and pleaded, "Let the girl go. I'll tell you everything. Yes, this is Osama bin Laden." As soon as the SEALs received this confirmation, they informed Vice Admiral William H. McRaven via satellite phone, saying, "Geronimo, Geronimo, Geronimo! For God and country, I pass. Geronimo!" This was the code word for the entire mission. Geronimo, meaning Osama had been killed. Vice Admiral McRaven reconfirmed by asking, "Which one?" To which the SEALs responded, "Geronimo, EKIA, enemy killed in action." Finally, at the White House, President Barack Obama was overwhelmed with joy.